Hey guys, let's talk about 3 ways that emotional intelligence can be misleading. Welcome to another Mind Right Monday. I'm your host, Bonnie Kelly. And so today we're talking about emotional intelligence and how that idea of becoming emotionally intelligent can be very misleading. Now, for those of you who don't know me, I'm a speaker, author, and coach. I'm the founder of the Mindful and Over It Academy, your place to end self-sabotage and get out of your way. And the primary bit of what I talk about is emotional intelligence. I mean, whether I'm talking about assumptions or boundaries or relationship, everything I teach about is under the umbrella of what it means to be emotionally intelligent. Now, that's another word that has been around. It's a big kind of buzzy word in corporate, it is in work, and it is in a lot of the self-help space. But what does it mean to be emotionally intelligent? Well, in my opinion, it means it's a real true mastery of thyself. It's understanding what you feel and why you feel and how your feelings affect your behavior and the ability to have self-awareness and self-management around those emotional responses and reaction. Now, emotional intelligence is going to serve you in every aspect of your life, in business, in work, in your personal, with your children, with your spouses, in everything you can imagine, including your finances. Emotional intelligence can help you increase some kind of performance in that particular area. But there's some things that are pretty misleading out there about what it means to be emotionally intelligent. And I want to kind of do a little Mythbusters today and kind of break through some of that shit and help you understanding what it is truly means to be emotionally intelligent. So let's talk about the first thing that can be very misleading, which is it implies it'll be easy. Becoming emotionally intelligent requires work. Now, this is something that isn't as talked about in the emotional intelligence world, is that most people think that, oh, it's just a skill that I'm going to learn. It's going to be easy. It's just like riding a bike. Well, no, it's going to take commitment, understanding, and work. And the path to becoming emotionally intelligent actually is unique. Now, there's some systematic ways to help you. There's some ways that we can ask the right kind of questions, that we can guide you in the right direction to help you become the best version of yourself. But neurologically, you're an endangered species. That means that the way that your neural pathways in the minds have connected and related, your memories and experiences and assumptions and all of these things that take place in the brain is as unique to you as your thumbprint. And so we forget that how we are neurologically set up is very unique, which means that there is no one on this planet who thinks, acts, reacts, perceives, interprets, and understands things the exact same way you do. Even if you have an identical twin, your neural pathways of your twin and you are very different, even though you share the same DNA. So it's important to recognize that when people talk about becoming emotionally intelligent, it requires a significant investment into yourself, an investment into understanding you and why you think and feel the way that you do. Now, getting some basic understanding of the brain is going to help you, and if you want more information on that, then you got to check out some of our other videos that we've done. I'm kind of a brain geek a little bit. I love geeking out about the brain, and so I talk about it in quite a few of my different videos, so make sure to check our newsfeed out for that. All right, so let's get into the next thing, which is also pretty misleading about becoming emotionally intelligent, and that is books studying emotional intelligence will never make you emotionally intelligent. All right, so this is a big one for me, right? Is that you can intellectually understand something and still not be very emotionally intelligent. Most people think that if I just study it, right? If I take this book and I really study what it means to be emotionally intelligent, then I shall become emotionally intelligent. No. Emotional intelligence requires you to really have practice and discipline. Now, one of the things that I love talking about is Mindful, right? And that is something that I created in the Mindful Academy and helping people into, it's like what I call Kung Fu for the mind. Well, what does it mean to be a Kung Fu master? Well, it means that you have practice, discipline, patience, and it required work. Same is true when it comes to becoming emotionally intelligent. So when it becomes mastering the mind, you can't just understand something in theory. Just like if you were reading a book on Kung Fu, that doesn't mean you can become a Kung Fu master. Is that you have to take it into actionable steps. Begin to practice self-awareness. Begin to understand when your emotions are coming up and do what Tony Robbins says, pattern interrupt. You got to interrupt the old way of doing things and start to align yourself into a different way of doing things. And every time you do that pattern interrupt, we begin to start to behave a different way. We start to understand things a different way. And so it's more than just study. It takes practice. It takes discipline. And so if you're just studying what it means to be emotionally intelligent, if you're just intellectually reading something, it doesn't mean that you'll ever be emotionally intelligent. So you got to take it a step further. All right, so this leads me to my third and final one, which is being emotionally intelligent means that you will never have an emotional reaction. BS! Oh my gosh. You are an emotional being. You are never going to be an emotional robot, okay? And I can't tell you how often I hear that, well, if I become emotionally intelligent, that I won't be reactive. Now, disclaimer, you'll be less reactive. But maybe your reactions are going to be more subtle or they're going to be more controlled, but it doesn't mean you're not going to have them. I'm a very emotionally intelligent person. However, I still get angry. I get sad and depressed and upset and frustrated and agitated and annoyed. I have so many different emotions that are going to come up. Why? Because I'm a human. And humans mean that we have these emotional experiences. Now, the difference, though, is that I have the ability to recognize when I'm feeling these things and begin to self-manage in the changing how I'm feeling. I take ownership of my happiness. I take ownership of my joy. I take ownership of my attitude and my frustration and my anger. I take ownership of when I'm blaming and playing victim. So being emotionally intelligent doesn't mean you're not ever going to have an emotional reaction. It's just that you're going to have a better way to cope with those reactions and to have a better way of navigating through them. And that's what it truly means to be emotionally intelligent. All right, so hopefully you learned something. If you want to find out more on how you can become emotionally intelligent, then go check me out at bonniekelly.me. That is your home to find everything you want to know about personal transformation. You can pick up a copy of my book. You can look at our online products. There's so many tools, ideas. There's tons of videos there for you every step of the way. So until next time, I'm Bonnie Kelly. Did you enjoy this video? Then again, like I said, go check out bonniekelly.me. It is your home for personal transformation. There you get to find ways to connect with me and learn from all of the things that I teach when it comes under the umbrella of emotional intelligence. Be sure to check out a copy of my book, which is True to Your Core, available now on Amazon.